How you doing, fam bam? This is Chris Manzo here. I want to talk to you about 2024. I gotta say to everybody out there, to the fan bam, and whoever is watching, hopefully you guys had a great New Year's. Happy 2024. I want to discuss to you guys about how PC gaming is going to be really big in 2024. I'm going to list some of the few reasons that are out there why PC gaming is going to be so big, especially what is upcoming for this year. We have CES 2024 coming up, and there will be a ton of new products that are going to be announced. But first and foremost, the first thing I do want to mention is that we can expect AMD to release their new 8000 series chipsets. Their new processors will be unveiled at CES 2024, but they won't unveil just the performance ones just yet. So for those who are waiting for a 8900X or a 8950X, don't expect it quite so soon just yet. I can say you can expect it later this year. And the first thing I do have to mention, AMD, we're gonna go to 3 nm nodes, so you can expect better performance, better thermals, and better efficiency first and foremost. The new improved 8000 series chipsets which you will more than likely see at CES 2024 will be a G version. What that's gonna practically be is a APU. It's gonna be both a CPU and have a embedded GPU. You can expect better RDNA performance. It will introduce RDNA 3 with the AMD Ryzen Zen 5 processor. What I can say is for the AMD Ryzen 8000 series, it will be also backwards compatible with AM5. So for those out there who have a X670E, will definitely be able to install a AMD Ryzen 8000 series chipset in their motherboard. You're gonna have to flash your motherboard in order to install this new processor, and you can expect some notable gains. More than likely, you can see an uplift about 10 to 15%. You will see better compatibility when it comes to DDR5. You can expect better compatibility when it comes to PCI Express 5. Because of the better compatibility when it comes to DDR5, you can expect tighter timings and better latency. Of course, this isn't only going to fall on AMD, but this will also go for Intel. You can expect better latency, tighter timing when it comes to DDR5, and better overclocking. When they do announce the 8950X, it's going to be priced around $649 to $699 USD when first release. We can more than likely expect it of Q3 of 2024, and then a 3D variant to be released of early 2025 if AMD does follow through with the roadmap. More than likely, AMD will also introduce new motherboards. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to call the motherboard chipset for the AM5 Zen 5 processors, but more than likely we can expect that to be released. Number 2, another big thing that will be announced is Intel's 15th generation. It will also be featured on LGA 1851. What that practically means is right now, all the boards Z690, Z790, the Z790 Max, etc., all the boards that are currently out from now, from the 12th gen of Intel all the way to the 14th gen, is currently on LGA 1700. Therefore, if you do want to get a new processor this year from Intel, or if you're building a brand new PC by the end of the year, it's better for you just to wait for them to release the Z890. It's going to be on a completely different chipset. It's going to be on what's called LGA 1851. It's going to have a little bit more pins than what LGA 1700 has. 151 extra pins in there. Do not try to install any 12th, 13th, or 14th generation chipsets on a Z890. We can expect the new motherboards will be released fall of 2024. Intel will also improve on node size. It is rumored that they're going to try to jump all the way down to 2nm nodes. Knowing Intel and their attempt of trying to do something like this before did not work very well with them. More than likely, they're probably going to go to 7nm nodes from 10nm nodes from Raptor Lake Refresh. You can expect the Arrow Lake to have a decent performance gain and better efficiency when they move on to their new processors and their new motherboards. Certainly their DDR5 will also be improved, again with the tighter timings and better latency, and you can expect much higher frequencies when you see these new motherboards released. There's also a possibility of L4 cache, which is rumored for Intel on their 15th generation Arrow Lake, as that will be meant for better performance when it comes to gaming. Typically when the memory builds up or the cache builds up, it goes to the processor, it goes L1, L2, before it actually goes to the RAM. But instead of going all the way to L3, they're gonna have L4, which will cause the processing or the memory to move a lot quicker, especially when it comes to performance. You can expect a uptick of better performance when it comes to any gaming, or when it comes to Premiere, or when it comes to Lightroom, or any type of products such as that. It is also rumored that AI multitasking will also be on the way and will be a big part of Intel's new design. Another thing you can also expect from Intel, if you remember the Z690, back then had issues when it came to coolers. It was really tough to find a CPU cooler. More than likely you had to get a modified kit or purchase a modified part in order for your CPU cooler to fit in. More than likely this is not going to be the case when it comes to LGA 1851. They're going to work with LGA 1700. It's going to be similar to what AM4 to AM5 was. It's going to have some sort of compatibility. You don't have to worry about the whole debacle when it comes to the CPU cooler. More than likely it shouldn't have any issues. All the CPU coolers should be updated with newer firmware to work with LGA 1851 and Intel's Arrow Lake. The pricing for the 5900K when it does get released of Q3 of 2024 more than likely will be about $599 USD to $649 USD. There won't be a large price difference or any type of price jump. More than likely we are going to be more in a stagnant PC market. You don't have to worry about price going up. All you have to worry about is keeping up to date with PC gaming parts this year. Number 3. Something that's definitely going to be released is AMD's RX 7600 XT, which is more of the efficient and more of the budget GPU model that is going to be out there. You can expect it in CES 2024. It's been leaked out by other companies already, such as leaked out by Gigabyte, a company in Taiwan that leaked out some information about the RX 7600 XT. It has up to 16 gigabytes of VRAM, and more than likely it's gonna run on Navi 33. It's gonna be running on a 128-bit bus, and you can expect both of the base clock and the boost clock to be improved, especially because of how large the VRAM is for this GPU. You can expect the price of it to be $299 USD. Just put it this way, as soon as later this month, you can expect it to be released. Number 4, Nvidia is going to announce a ton of news. I have a lot of information for you guys out there. We know about the supers already. Blackwell is also going to be on the way. But first, let me start off with Nvidia's supers. Nvidia will release a Nvidia RTX 4070 Super, RTX 4070 Ti Super, and a Nvidia RTX 4080 Super. They're all going to be different variations, a little bit boost of when it comes to CUE to cores. It's also going to be improved when it comes to their VRAM. More than likely, the RTX 4070 Super will be on AD 104 350. It's going to have 7,168 CUDA cores. It's going to have 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and it's also going to have 192 memory bit bus. It's also going to be on GDDR6X, which more than likely the price $599 USD. Now when it comes to the 4070 Ti Super, it's gonna have up to 8,448 CUDA cores. It's gonna be on AD 104. It's gonna be on a 256-bit memory bus, and it's gonna have 16 gigabytes of VRAM. It's gonna have up to 22.4 gig transfers per second. And you can expect the price $799 USD. Finally, you can expect the RTX 4080 Super that will also be released. That's going to be on AD 103. It's going to have up to 10,240 CUDA cores. It's going to have 16 gigabytes of VRAM. It's going to be on a 256 memory bit bus. It's also going to have 24 gig transfers per second. It'll be priced around $999 USD. The pricing isn't too bad. Again, it's gone stagnant, so the good thing is if you're looking for any lower models and then a Super, you can expect a price to be reduced on top of them. Now the RTX 50 series is more than likely going to run on TSMC's newest 3M node. you can expect that to be into the new graphics card. More than likely, it's not going to be a large leap forward as Ada Lovelace was from the prior generation. It's going to have DisplayPort version 2.1. Yes, AMD already is ahead when it comes to that, but get this, Blackwell will more than likely also have GDDR7. It's also possible that it's going to be on PCI Express 5, which again is overkill when it comes to gaming use. Again, we still don't use the full power of even PCI Express 4 just quite yet, but more than likely they will advance to PCI Express 5. Hopefully it does become more efficient in that sense. They will continue to use the 12-volt high power port, which I'm going to get into a little bit, which is something I want to talk to you guys about. You can expect big improvement in AI, especially when Nvidia will announce the LSS4, and that's going to be big. Yes, it's super sampling. It's sure you're going to say that's just going to degrade the game. Much more improved to the point where it's not going to really look that much graphically different. You can expect games to look really good, especially when it comes to the AI, when it comes to DLSS. Pricing will allegedly improve this year, but personally to me, more than likely you're going to see it kind of go stagnant. And unfortunately, we are in a new norm when it comes to this economy. Don't expect too much price dropping. Number 5, the biggest difference when it comes to PC gaming for 2024, you can expect the advancement of the 12-volt high power port. See, I told you guys that I was gonna get there with you guys about that. I know some of you guys hate it, or some of you guys love it. I know some of you don't really have problems with it. Personally, I don't have a problem with the 12-volt high power port. But for the people that do and want to see an improvement, they are making a large improvement. For the love of PC building, do not do what T-Sonic tells you to do, which is heat up the connector and bend it to plug it into your GPU. Please refrain from doing that. Sure, it might be tempting because you do have a company telling you that, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe they already took that down. So refrain from bending the connector in order to plug in the 12-volt high power port. Of course, a lot of the problem tails from not having it properly plugged in, and there are other issues about the cabling or the connection when it comes to plugging in it into your GPU. Now, they are improving the design, which they will use a split design. Similar to what they had in the prior generations, they will split it down to a 6 and 6 connection, which will give a much more secure connection, will give you less resistance, which was the main reason why you're getting burnout ports, is because the higher the resistance, the more burnouts you're gonna get. Another issue that also happens when you have higher resistance is you will have shorts. There will be an improvement on the 12-volt high power port PSUs. When they do release them, expect Cable Mod to release a different version of 12-volt high power ports when they do release the cabling for it. Now, I don't know exactly how soon, but more than likely you will see it later this year, especially when they do announce more GPUs. The only bad note I do gotta say, I do know of 2024, is it is rumored that the pricing of SSDs will also go up. Time will tell if that's going to be the case. Fam, guys, I hope you found this content very useful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you need any help when it comes to PC gaming and accessories, make sure you check out this video right above me. And also, if you know anybody else who can use a video like this, make sure you share this video with them. And also, if you're not part of the big wonderful fan base, make sure you go down and hit the subscribe button for more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. And also make sure you follow my X handle right here, as it is the same as my TikTok and IG as well. Fam, guys, what are you excited for 2024? I can't wait to see what this year will offer to all of us. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Chris Muzo, signing out.